Chasiv Yar is one of the last big obstacles to a Russian march on Kramatorsk. Russian plans for getting past Chasiv Yar are becoming clearer. The town of Chasiv Yar in eastern Ukraine's Donetsk Oblast blocks the path to the city of Kostiantynivka, 7 kilometers to the west. Kostiantynivka blocks the path to the city of Kramatorsk, 15 kilometers to the north. Kramatorsk and neighboring Sloviansk are the last big free cities in Donetsk Oblast. Russia has spent 2 years trying to break through Chasiv Yar to reach them. So far, it hasn't. And that's why Chasiv Yar, what's left of it after years of fighting, matters. After 2 days of failed mechanized assaults, the Russians' plans for getting around Ukrainian defenders clinging to the western outskirts in order to then drive on Kostiantynivka are coming into focus. Russians have several options they will probably try to exploit, mapper and observer Vitaly wrote. The easiest for the Russians, they added, may be to infiltrate past the battered Ukrainian defenders of Chasiv Yar and into Novodmitrivka, a village just east of Kostiantynivka. If enough Russian troops can entrench in Novodmitrivka, they could get access to the H-20 road leading north from Kostiantynivka to Kramatorsk. As a bonus, Vitaly pointed out, a Russian occupation of Novodmitrivka would cut off Chasiv Yar from Ukrainian reinforcements and bottle up any Ukrainian defenders left behind. The Russian plans are coming into focus because they're already underway. The Russian push toward Novodmitrivka has begun, according to Ukrainian military observer Kostiantyn Mashevets. He and other observers and analysts have noted ongoing attempts by Russian troops to seize Novodmitrivka, according to the pro-Ukraine conflict intelligence team. Novodmitrivka holds for now, largely because Ukrainian positions in and around Chasiv Yar hold. 2 days in a row, starting April 18th, the Russian 71st Motor Rifle Division attacked Ukrainian 24th Mechanized Brigade holding positions in western Chasiv Yar. 2 days in a row, the Ukrainian brigade fought back with drones, artillery, and infantry. The enemy achieved no success, the Ukrainian brigade reported. The Russians' April 18th attack involved 1 tank, 5 infantry fighting vehicles, 10 motorcycles, and some all-terrain vehicles. The 24th Mechanized Brigade logged hits on several vehicles, bikes, and ATVs. The Sunday assault group was similar in composition. It met the same fate as the Saturday group. The attack was repelled, the 24th Mechanized Brigade reported. Enemy armored vehicles, transport, and assault troops were destroyed. The 2 days of failed assaults were a costly setback for the Russians.
Russia is rushing additional brigades into the salient northeast of Pokrovsk. Can the Ukrainian 1st Azov Corps sustain its counterattack? After 3 weeks of hard fighting, the Ukrainian 1st Azov Corps and adjacent units have squeezed and cut up the 15-kilometer salient that Russian infiltrators carved out of Ukrainian territory near the village of Dobropilya, northeast of the fortress town of Pokrovsk in eastern Ukraine's Donetsk Oblast. But Russian reinforcements are rolling in, opening a new and unpredictable phase in the battle for the Dobropilya salient. The enemy's penetration near Dobropilya remains a dynamic section on the front line, where neither side can seize the initiative, the Ukrainian Center for Defense Strategies noted. It's more apparent than ever that the Russian penetration toward Dobropilya, which sits astride one of two main supply roads into besieged Pokrovsk, was bigger and more dangerous than some analysts initially concluded. Let's start by describing what this absolutely is not: a breakthrough. It was a breakthrough, albeit one that mostly moved at a walking pace. Over a period of several months, the Russian 51st Combined Arms Army redeployed almost all of its brigades northeast of Pokrovsk, including the 1st, 5th, 9th, 110th, and 132nd Motor Rifle Brigades, while the 132nd Motor Rifle Brigade slipped past empty Ukrainian trenches and marched on Dobropilya. The other four brigades attacked toward Rodinsky, at the bottom of the eventual salient. The scale of the Ukrainian response and the resulting spike in Russian losses underscored the seriousness of the situation for Kiev. If it had captured Dobropilya, the 132nd Motor Rifle Brigade would have cut the T-0515 road, leaving the Ukrainian garrison in Pokrovsk dependent on just one other road threading into the town from the northwest, a road that itself is in danger of being overrun. In addition to the 1st Azov Corps, Ukraine redeployed elements from the 79th and 82nd Air Assault Brigades, 1st and 425th Assault Regiments, 25th Assault Battalion, 2nd Battalion of the 92nd Assault Brigade, 32nd and 93rd Mechanized Brigades, 38th Marine Brigade, 14th National Guard Brigade, and the Birds of Madhya Drone Brigade. It's a powerful Ukrainian force, and in the first few weeks of its counterattack, it enjoyed a decisive advantage in troops, tanks, armed ground robots, and drones. The 132nd Motor Rifle Brigade's troopers had marched toward Dobropilya only with weapons in their hands, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said. Between August 4 and 20, the Ukrainian Corps killed, wounded or captured nearly 1,600 Russians, according to the Ukrainian General Staff in Kiev. That's nearly the entire frontline strength of the 132nd Motor Rifle Brigade. But a few Russian survivors are still clinging to positions in Zoloty Kolodiaz, at the top of the salient, and now the Russian 51st Combined Arms Army is deploying additional forces at the bottom of the salient. Despite heavy losses and the near destruction of its initial penetration toward Dobropilya, the 51st Combined Arms Army isn't defeated and probably won't give up. The army will try to advance as deeply as possible to Dobropilya, CDS predicted. And if it manages to finally capture the village, CDS predicted the 51st Combined Arms Army could sharply worsen the prospects for the defense of not only Dobropilya and Pokrovsk, but also Droshkivka and Kostiantynivka on the other side of the salient. Ukrainian troops in the Dobropilya direction near Pokrovsk, Donetsk region, continue clearing Russian forces, with more than 200 Russian soldiers killed over the past 3 days. As per the report on Telegram, active joint actions by the armed forces, BFU, and the National Guard, including units of the Azov First Corps, have inflicted significant losses on Russia. Russian forces also lost considerable equipment and weapons. In the past 3 days, Ukrainian troops destroyed or damaged 3 tanks, 12 since August 4, 3 armored combat vehicles, 9, 24 automobiles and motorcycles, 124. Ukrainian forces recently retook 2 villages in the Donetsk region, pushing back Russian troops in fierce counterattacks over the weekend, according to official statements and verified footage. The 79th and 82nd Air Assault Brigades liberated Zoloty Kolodias and Petrivka, inflicting significant losses on Russian forces and capturing prisoners, Ukraine's Air Assault Command said Monday. Soldiers credited the 79th Brigade's 3rd Battalion for the recapture and reported no friendly losses. The counterattacks come as Kyiv attempts to contain a 10-kilometer deep, 6-mile deep Russian salient near Dobropilya. Reports said Ukrainian assault groups, supported by drones, are mopping up Kremlin forces still hidden in nearby villages and forests.